And last time we were in a battle of comedians together, he beat me. So he's fucking good, everybody. So give it up for Vince Hoben from Fredericton.
All right, what's up, gang? All right, so you guys know how like every time there's like a prison movie and the new prisoner is coming in, like all the current prisoners like sort of line up along the aisles to the entrance? You know what I mean? To see like what the newbies look like. I'm trying to picture what that day was like, the day they brought Kim Davis to prison. She's, you know, the racist girl that won't give out the marriage licenses. And anyway, so all the female prisoners are like lining up and they're like, and they don't know it's her and they're like, all right, we got a newbie, some fresh meat. Here she comes. Who's gonna fuck her first? Fuck. Well, actually, you know what? My dance car's... Oh, what's that? She hates gay sex? Oh, thank fuck. Anyway, I always have to talk about whatever's going on, you know, in Facebook that week. But how we doing, St. John's? Everybody doing good? Yeah. All right? Yeah? Everybody's good? All right. You guys got your McDonald's coupons in the mail today, too, eh? Yeah. Nice. I like it. I like it. I'm happy to be sharing the stage with a bunch of talented comedians tonight. I like to consider myself at least a little bit talented. Maybe not at comedy, but I am good at, like, you know, clearing all the ingredients and breaking the jellies and stuff. And people say to me, Vince, being good at Candy Crush is not a talent. And I'm just like, if it's not a talent, why is it on my resume? I actually noticed recently that a lot of the like words and phrases that look good on a resume are also great for describing the perfect blowjob. Because, like, what guy doesn't want a focused and tenacious blowjob from someone who works well alone or as part of a team? I'd be like, you got the job, but you gotta bring your own team. All right, a couple more jokes for you guys. Did you guys hear the one about the dentist that shot a lion? Look, I don't get the appeal of that thing. I don't even know like what his interest was. Like, to me, like, it's not brave or dangerous. Like, I'm a total pussy. You give me a gun, I'll take on anything. A lion, a snake, shake the snake, anything. You know what I mean? I was drinking some Camel Alpines last night. I'm feeling tough, you know what I'm saying? But, what does that dentist's office look like anyway? Like, you walk in and he's got on like Tarzan's loincloth. You got a cavity and he numbs your jaw with a tranquilizer dart. He's trying to offer you the flavors of fluoride and he's got like moose antler, panther, and I don't know, venison, something like that. And just like, now lean back in the chair and relax. What, so you can chop my head off too? Fuck you. And none of that. But, yeah. Are there any shanties that aren't sea shanties? Like, if you're a musician and you want to do something that's never been done in music before, just write a shanty about anything that isn't working on a fishing boat. All right? Like, you could write like a forest shanty, or like a desert shanty, or an African safari shanty. But if you go with African safari, don't mention lions or dentists. You'll get Facebook all fucking worked up. You don't need the hassle. It's just not worth it. And I don't know. I guess reggae taught me, like, reggae music has taught me that like a Caribbean slum is called a shanty town. But I think those two terms are kind of independent of each other. Like, I don't think they're actually related, and also I hate reggae music. So listen, here, like, think about the most popular reggae song of all time, all right? Here's how it goes, all right? It's called We're Jammin', all right? We're jammin'. We're jammin'. And I hope you like jammin' too. We're jammin'. By the 800th time he says he's jamming, I want to jam my fist down his throat, alright? Like, I'm not saying Bob Marley sucks. He fucking totally sucks. But at the very least, he's overrated, okay? Like, he's so overrated, I feel like Leonard Cohen and, like, Lou Reed would be, like, at the concert, like, looking up, like, you know, Lou, I kind of feel like this guy's kind of overrated. You know what I mean? Oh, my God, what else do we got here? Ooh. All right, I was driving home from the farmer's market, and I saw a sign that said, Special Olympics Car Wash and Barbecue. And I was like, they can't make those kids do that. I thought they competed in Olympic-style events, not who can buff the scratch off my fender. I was like, I'm not fucking doing that. But then I get home and I got my farmer's market snacks, and I remember I have a little bit of weed, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna get high, and I'm gonna chow down on these snacks. So I smoke a bowl, and I smoke another bowl, and I look over at my girlfriend, and I was like, you know what, on second thought, I kind of want to get a cheeseburger and watch those kids wash my car. But anyway, it turns out they were just raising money, and the Special Olympics is, like next month, so everything was good. You know what I mean? My car was clean, my burger wasn't made out of Play-Doh and mud. Like, everybody wins, all right? I had a friend come visit me from out west. He said he was really excited to see the beaches. And I said, look, man, when you're hanging out with me, they're called women, and that Spanish accent is racist. Groan's just as good as a laugh, guys. All right, so I come up to St. John a lot for stand-up, and I think I've finally figured out how to drive in this city. You guys know people who aren't from St. John? No? Anyway, my trick to driving in St. John is I leave 15 minutes early, and that gives me 5 minutes for each time I take the wrong ramp and go back across the bridge. All right, but I don't know. I have difficulty with traffic everywhere. Like, I hate when I go to like a four-way stop and someone tries to let me go early, but like they gesture too aggressively. Like, you ever like, just like, have someone and they want you to go and they're like, I fucking won't put up with it. Like, I just won't go. I'll just fucking sit there. Right? They fucking wave their arm, honk the horn, flash the lights. I'll just fucking sit there. And then finally, they go. And I'm just like, dude, don't do me any favors, all right? Like, my unicycle and I will cross when it's our turn. Shut up, dude. All right. Hey, dude, I'm sorry. Is your name really Chaz? Sometimes, like, when I'm feeling like a prick and I don't want to tell people my real name, like if I'm at a bar and a drunk person is asking me, like, I tell them my name is Chaz, but I didn't think there was any, like, I thought like Chaz would be the name of like a villain in like an episode of like Beverly Hills 90210. You know what I mean? Or like, like Bayside, like remember like Bayside High? Like remember when Screech is dressed as the mascot and like the football players kidnap him? I think the ringleader was named Chaz. I'm pretty sure. Anyway. Alright, sorry about that. I couldn't help it. Like, I really didn't think there was anyone named Chaz. I saw my first selfie stick the other day, and I like how it took mankind 40,000 years to invent the iPhone, but the invention for a better selfie is a stick. Like, isn't like a stick the first invention? Like, if it wasn't a rock, it was a stick. Alright? But I'm constantly obsessed with if anyone's like ever tried to like, take a really good dick pic by like using a selfie stick. You know what I mean? Because they think they might be able to get the angle better. You know what I mean? They're just like, okay, here we go. Anyway, if you didn't follow, the mic stand is the selfie stick, and the microphone is my dick. And don't let anybody ever tell you I won't hustle for a laugh, all right? All right, a couple more minutes here, and I'll let you guys get back to it. I saw a woman shit by the side of the highway last week. Hang on, you know what? Let me back that story up a little bit. I was driving home from Halifax thinking about suicide. Actually, you know what? I'm going to back that story up one more time, all right? So I leave Halifax, and I'm listening to the new Dr. Dre album, right? And it was good, but I was kind of hoping for an appearance from Hologram Tupac. You guys remember Hologram Tupac? I think he would have killed it, but when that hologram technology gets perfected, that's going to be huge for the strip club industry, all right? Like, think about it, like, you can just, like, show up and, like, watch the girls from Friends, like, shoot ping pong balls into a fishbowl for an hour. You know what I mean? And then, like, head out back for a lap dance from, like, the redheaded peppers that brought me my wings an hour ago. They might have her, I don't know. Yeah, basically anyone, I guess, I don't know. I think if it was given my choice, I wouldn't really care who I, like, got the lap dance from. I would just want to get a lap dance with, like, a hologram of, like, a staunch feminist just standing in the corner, like, just looking at me, like, disapprovingly, like... I'm just, like, sitting back in the chair, like, looking at her, like that. Like, maybe, like, I would get a lap dance from, like, sort of, like, early 60s, like, Playboy Bunny era Gloria Steinem. While, like, matronly feminist icon Gloria Steinem is, like, looking at me disapprovingly, watching her younger self. I don't know. I think it's probably a pretty good idea, but where was I? thinking about suicide. Driving back from Halifax, thinking about suicide. So, it's not for myself, like just as a concept, like if you were making a list of the pros and cons. Like whenever they describe someone like dying in their sleep, you know, they always say, well, you know, on the evening of March 13th, he went to sleep and just never woke up. And when I'm going to bed on Sunday, staring down the barrel of like, you know, another 40-hour work week, like, I'm just like, he went to sleep and never woke up. Oh God, that sounds great. It does. I don't know, think of it. I mean, you could go to work, put in your 40 hours, squirrel away a little for utilities, a little for rent, maybe a fancy dinner or something like that, and just wash, rinse, repeat that pattern for 4 years. But I don't know, what if your alarm just had a snooze button that just never went off? So anyway, I pick up my girlfriend in Moncton, and I'm telling her about this awesome discovery I've made about how life, maybe 30-some years is just about enough, and she's looking at me weird, and I'm like, holy fuck, she thinks I'm suicidal, what am I gonna do? And all of a sudden I just point and scream, and there's a woman taking a shit by the side of the highway. And I swear to God, like there's just a red car pulled over to the side, and a woman like sort of halfway between the side of the road and the trees, like skirt hiked up, just, and I mean, I couldn't know the situation, but I do like to picture she was on her way home from a pie eating contest, like Lard Ass and Stand By Me. You know what I mean? And like her stomach is like making funny noises. Did she have time to flip the blinker? You know what I mean? Before she pulled over, and then she's just sitting there looking up at her car like, why didn't I just open the passenger seat and just hide between it? Like, she's literally like 10 feet from the car. I felt so bad for her. Guys, I could barely beat off thinking about it when I got home. I'm Vince Hoben. Thanks very much. Thanks very much. Thanks very much. Love you guys.
Vince Hoben, everybody. Oh, yeah. Hologram strippers. That's a good idea. Do we have any investors?